best.
Oh, what is up, TSFL Nation? I'm back with another reaction. This is the biggest fight of UFC 214. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier. And these two been going at it for months. And John Jones won his title back. So we're about to check it out. This is about to be awesome. And I cannot wait to watch these highlights. So
Of
let's
all
check it
time
out.
showed why people say that about him. John Jones stopped Daniel Cormier in the third round. Why don't you take us through the highlights?
Say what you want about John Jones, but you have to call him a winner. He found a way to win. Not only get the win, but get the stoppage over perhaps the second greatest light heavyweight of all time in Daniel Cormier. Cormier was doing a great job of pressuring John Jones. He was the guy who was landing the cleaner, harder strikes. He was adapting extremely well. Had an answer to the clinch of John Jones.
Nice knee.
Even when he got taken down, he got right back up. But it was that shot. His hands were down. He was leaning forward. And anytime your hands are down, you're leaning forward, you're susceptible to that big high kick. And that's exactly what John Jones threw at that time. And he got the stoppage.
Yeah, we were all watching the fight and scoring it round by round. We had Cormier up 2 rounds. In the third round, again, he was cruising to 3 rounds to nothing for Daniel Cormier. But he was a victim of his own success because he was walking him down. John Jones wasn't fighting to his strengths. I was getting a little frustrated watching Jones fight because, all he was really throwing was the little kicks to the legs and a lot of elbows on the inside. For a guy that's 6 foot something with an 84-inch reach, way taller than Cormier. I'm sorry, I forget his exact height right now.
6'4".
6'4", pardon me. He wasn't using any jabs. He wasn't using any straight shots. He wasn't playing to his strength. So I was getting a little frustrated watching him fight. Of course, on the flip side, Cormier was doing a great job. He was staying nice and calm, cool, calm, collected, very composed, throwing the right shots. But he was getting in there, connecting with some good hooks. And for a shorter guy like Cormier, who has a much shorter reach, to be landing with hooks, I mean, that just says that John Jones wasn't fighting the best fight. Now, of course, as I said, victim of his own success because DC was walking him down, being very successful, and maybe he got a little complacent because he walked onto a head kick, didn't have the correct defense, didn't have the hands up, and then from there, listen, that's why Jones is, he'll go down in history probably as the best ever because he had him hurt, had him wobbled, dived in for a flying knee, didn't connect with that, and then a beautiful ground and pound. We've seen the ground and pound from John Jones, and that looked like the John Jones of old. Boom. That was it. I would have liked to have seen the referee stop it a little sooner. Of course, he was giving DC time. But at the end of the day, what do I know? Congratulations, John Jones. I'm new.
Well, here we go. The most title fight wins in UFC history. John Jones tied with Demetrius Johnson and Anderson Silva with 11. George St. Pierre there with 12 wins in title fights, holding on to that. And we'll see if he ever goes for another one. But Mike, Cormier was doing well up until the finish, and he did some things differently. You guys had done a demo. Do you think that he'd followed the advice that you guys had set up for him?
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, I said that he couldn't chase him with reckless abandon, kind of like he did in the first round, and he was doing that. He was being a little more calculated, but we did talk about feints, the need for feints. He's got to set it up, get Jones to react, and then come in. He wasn't really doing that, but that said, as I said before, he was winning the fight. He clearly was winning the fight in all of our opinions. This mixed martial arts is a cruel mistress. It only takes one shot, shin on chin, especially from a long leg like John Jones. That's got more leverage on it, more momentum. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, this is the highest level of mixed martial arts in the world. And, he's not just going against any other light heavyweight. And that's the difference between, a top 5 guy and then John Jones. This is a guy who knows how to adapt. He's one of the most intelligent fighters I've ever seen. He's an amazing competitor, and all he has done is win throughout his career against the best the sport has to offer. And, all it takes is one mistake, as Mike was saying. And, DC got caught with his hands down. He was doing a great job, but that counts for nothing if you make that one mistake and get stuck.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about those first 3 rounds or the first 2.5 rounds, whether or not we sit here and we say, oh, he was losing, he wasn't using his range, he was getting caught with punches. It doesn't matter because he can sit there and he can laugh tonight because he knocked out DC. That's all that matters, the finish.
Yeah.
When you look at the longest win streaks in UFC history, Anderson Silva with 6.
I mean, they were talking crap to each other for a long time. And both of them wanted to knock each other out, and John Jones was able to do that. So he got the bragging rights. And John Jones, he went through so much. And yeah, so now he is champion again, and maybe he can hold on to it now. So Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, forget to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, guys, peace.